Oh, right. Initially, I didn't want to record this again, but, unfortunately, I'm just kind of, like, stuck with what I want to do. There's a game I want to play. One of my friends is interested in playing since it's a multiplayer game, so I want to record that later, whenever I can with him. But then the issue is I don't want to get further in Akihabara, what is it, Gotcha Capsule Simulator? I can't remember the exact title, but either way, like, I don't want to also get too much further in that before the next update, so I felt like this was the safest one to do. At the very least, I probably will only do like 1 or 2 more days. Make that constantly open. Yeah. Okay, the only thing I needed to figure out was there... I don't think there's any reason for me to buy this tablet, although it is all new stuff. The issue is I don't think there's anything worth getting rid of here. So yeah, we're just gonna end the day here. So I didn't necessarily intend to play this, but... Oh. Sorry, different games also have different controls, so like I need to remember that too. I might buy an extra one of those. Kitty cat, go on the shelf. Yeah, I don't necessarily care. I should probably start... I need to stop hitting E. I need to click. So, besides buying components, I probably want to buy this large one, but honestly... Oh, this is all... There's a minimum of, like, I think this will be like 1,200 bucks on just that without the soldering iron. And then there's routers and stuff, so I'm gonna buy that. This is small, but most of this is damaged stuff, so most of this doesn't look that useful. Like, this is useful, and there may be like one other thing that's useful out of that. Game controllers, electric scooter. I haven't seen that before, so I'll grab that. And then I might just want to grab mystery boxes. We will just start the day, though. So our workers will start moving stuff for us. I know I could be putting stuff up too, but... Yeah, any new sports accessories, any new vinyls, and whatnot. Like, because the only other thing that maybe I need to stop hitting E. I'm like so used to the other game I was playing, the Akihabara Capsule Simulator. Oh yeah, no, none of those are. So payments get done every single day. I'm assuming a bigger store size would help out on sales. Like, I just basically want all the new stuff on shelves. And then whatever happens, happens. That seems odd that that's brick. I need to stop hitting E. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just probably gonna play like 2 or 3 days. I guess I could technically hire the other employees too, just to stock stuff faster. It's not gonna affect much with me for my profits for the day, so I could also do auctions, medium orders, bigger loans, not that important. It's at 24, and I'm about to be 24. Okay, well, whatever. We'll let this continue. We now have 4 people stocking stuff, and anything they can't stock, they'll put over here, so that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll check stuff and figure out, like, what the issue is. Like, part of the issue is just that I have too much of certain items that stuff doesn't fit. Consoles and accessories. And that's all the new stuff. No, this is also consoles and... No, that's for A, though. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to expand the store. So why don't I add that to cart? And then I think all 4 of these were worth buying. And then why don't I just... I can probably afford all the expansions, so... I mean, if this gives them, like, extra stuff to grab, why not? Like, yeah, we're not selling used stuff anymore. If it's used, it's trash. Bunch of watches. Honestly, I'm just gonna get rid of all these watches. Soldering iron's not worth much. Oh, shavers. $400. So the rest of that at least makes sense. Yeah, we'll fix all of that stuff. You know, I could fix all the watches, but like if I look around real quick, I should have like a ton of them. somewhere. Yeah, like I have a ton of the watches up over here. Smartphones and accessories. Okay, where is it? Yeah, we'll fix these. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I got so used to the controls of the other game. I'm not that concerned about any of these. Okay. By the way, we got plenty of money. These are the walkie-talkies. Plenty of phones. Quite a few of these are... Yeah, I don't necessarily care about a lot of these. I'm just gonna go to the next day, I think, because it's probably gonna be... I keep freaking doing that. Okay, I don't think there is anything of importance there. If I go to perks, the more important one is probably unlocking the extra large pallets. And then I'm gonna unlock the better tools. And then I think what I want to do is I'll make money by the end of the day. I'm just gonna expand the shop. Oh, that expands a ton. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. What was it? It was like kitchen appliances, I think. And I think specifically renewed. It was like kitchen appliances and maybe household electronics. And then this was probably also kitchen appliances, now that I think about it. Yeah, so let's do that. 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 This seems fine. And 1, 2, maybe 3 more. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna fully... I need to stop doing that. How much does it cost to fully expand? I mean, it's gonna cost quite a bit, but I should be able to get there. Yeah, my big thing would be, that should, in theory, expand the store, so... I don't necessarily care. We can start stuff. Components. Honestly, at 950, that makes sense. It doesn't let you see anything but stuff that's junk. Which is fine. This has a lot of video games, new, used, and damaged. Bunch of controllers and stuff. Yeah, that'll... Yeah. So if I can get to 25,000, I'll buy everything. I'll figure it out based off of price. Hopefully now that the store is bigger, we'll get more people, which it does kind of seem that way. We're just fixing these up now. Not even like that concerned. Like, I probably shouldn't even be fixing up the stupid controllers, but it is what it is. Honestly, I don't care about these. They take up too much space. This is at least worth. Because of the price. fix these controllers. And then this is just because it's literally the cheapest thing to fix that is still worth a good amount. That's all trash. And the rest of this is trash too, I think. Yeah. Let me grab my bucket. Okay, I don't care about any of the speakers right now. The tennis rack, any of those. Are those? Are the video games? The rest of that's worth fixing. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of money. I don't necessarily know if we're getting enough people coming through yet, but, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully they'll just be able to put everything else up at some point. So skating's one of those ones where there is so few. I'm also gonna put renew. So at least it can go up to the, you know, it can go away. I mean, these are cheap to fix, so I think anything where it's the coil, I'll just scrap it. Well, actually, no, I have enough electromagnetic coils. We'll just stock those up again. Okay. Yeah, they're running out of household electronics. Yeah, okay. No, I still need another 4,000 bucks, so we'll wait and see if we get that extra money real quick. Walkie-talkies are a part of small electronics. That'll also allow new to go on, just so the walkie-talkies can go up. Yes, I got quite a few of them. And then I just don't think the vacuum cleaner fits. Yeah, because they are all right here. Okay, game. Oh, this is also experience. That's so dumb. They should remove this giving experience. Like, I understand why it might be necessary, but just because it may be necessary doesn't mean that it's correct. We'll just end the day here because there's really no point. You can buy an upgraded hatchet. Ooh, actually, hold up. It's called the utility knife, but it's not the... Okay. We'll just start the day and let the game do whatever for a minute. Because if I let the AI take out whatever can already go onto the shelves, like, it helps me out immensely. These are too expensive not to fix up. And then plus, like, tools don't necessarily take up a ton of space. Mouse. Sucky headphones. There are a bunch of phones and stuff in there that are of some value to me, but camping gear, nah. Battery thingy, nah. All the mice, the battery things. Honestly, the watches just aren't valuable enough anymore. Just wait till some stuff sells. It says there is an item without a price tag. Old speakers. Which doesn't help my COD. Like, hold up. Like, this guy was the one who was saying it. Is there an item over here? No, that's just that. Missed like 2 items. Okay, whatever. We'll just get through all of this. Yeah, I'm slowly getting more and more money. Yeah, I might want to start just like breaking down the nebula phones for the Zombies Ember 500. But you know, at the end of the day, money is money. Yeah, hold up. Need another bucket. Gone, gone, gone. Gone. $34th, yeah. This is the thing I didn't necessarily like. I knew I was just gonna like slowly snowball to stupid amounts of money. You know, and it wasn't gonna take much. Like, this one's probably another phone I should probably just get rid of, but at the end of the day, money is money. Oh, we don't know the price of this. This is what needed to be moved, but that sucks. I mean, I'll fix these up, actually. I mean, like I said, money is money. I might just go back to burgling gnomes and try to get a couple of rounds set up for me and my friend later. Okay, so these suck. They're priced too low for one. And then it doesn't matter. These are used. And then these are cheap. I don't care about that. And then that's just video games. I don't necessarily care about these big speakers. They're too cheap. Bunch of chainsaws. A bunch of this is just junk. No, zoomies stay. All that in. You can fix most of the game station controllers if I really want. Okay, I got a bunch of phones that can be fixed. Probably just want a second one of these, to be honest. It would probably just make things quicker. Well, we'll wait till this is done. I'm gonna have plenty of money for stuff in a minute. Like, I have plenty of money for stuff already, but it's fine. Fix as many of these phones as we can. That one's new. Yeah, some of these are used, some of these are damaged, some of these are new. Network cards is really the only thing that I don't have a lot extra of. But I have enough extra. Okay, now then, I'm gonna buy 2 more shells real quick. I need to stop doing that. I don't know if I could fit another one. No, I can't. Well, if I did sideways where they face into each other, but I don't necessarily like that. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell that to be tools, and I'm going to copy the settings. Paste the settings. Okay. Okay, do that. And then I want to copy those settings, paste that, and actually we can allow new ones mixed in too. And then we can remove this whole section if we want, which I am actually gonna do. Just because I want to remove phones from this and just make this one consoles as well. And then I want to move over the small electronics. Any of these that are just new, I'll leave them just so I have like some different variety. I think there was one more back here, right? Oh, no. Oh well, whatever. Computer and accessories. I'll allow that one to also put new, which should allow that to go there. And then this is just a random one. And then we have 2 for new consoles and accessories. New chainsaws. I was gonna say, it may take a minute to fix these, but the fact of the matter is we'll be able to fix them. I mean, even if it does take a while to make this sale, I mean, I don't necessarily care too much. Same thing with these controllers. I mean, it's really just because they're relatively cheap for their size. I know the watches are a bit better, but there's just kind of a lot of value in fixing these up. And I know it's also true for the watches, but the issue is there's so much more value in phones. And in real life, not as many people use smartwatches as you would think. Now then, they may use smart devices for some of like the certain smartwatch features that people like, but just because they use a feature that a smartwatch might have, like the what is it? The Apple Watch has all of the medical related stuff, doesn't necessarily mean much. I mean, I might as well upgrade my scanner and add some hatchets. Then this is just all new stuff, that's fine. Used and damaged stuff, but like those camera lenses, actually there's a bunch of camera lenses that probably makes back my money right then and there without any of the other stuff. This looks like it's mostly junk, but those phones are going to be valuable. This will just be to stock some extra stuff. Realistically, I don't think the value is here. But again, it's also about stocking some other stuff on different shelves. I can buy that one and that. And that's 6, and that fills up every single one of my slots. Yeah. Game says this is 400. Is that how much I paid for it? That was 5. Yeah, it was 5. Okay. So for one, we'll just... this faster. Okay. So that's that. I'll let the AI grab some of the other stuff. But like this alone and like the couple of phones that are in here and even some of the just the watches should hopefully just be enough to make the money back. Like that's trash. Yeah, I mean it should be fine. Even if it doesn't necessarily make the money back, it's about setting up some other stuff. That's only for 1,000, but you know, so that's half the value. Yeah, those are half the value, so we got double the value even if nothing else we got is good from this. You know, and then that's triple value. It's 4 times the value. That's probably 5 times the value before we even open up any of the other stuff that's in this. Okay, so it's 9 to 9256. 9256. 9256. Okay, that was basically 9 times the money. Or not, like, the money from this was basically everything. Oh, no, this is used. What's it count under? Unobtainable. It'll also include used stuff going forward. I think I'm gonna just let the AI grab some stuff from all of these, although I do know this one's all damage stuff. I don't even know what this is. Basketballs. Okay, that's fine. Trash. That's trash. All of those are trash. I mean, the phones have some value to them. And that's just because I can afford to fix them up. They fix up for 385. So I mean, call that almost 800 every 2 phones, and I think I had 8 of them. Yeah, I think literally playing any further is just gonna be a problem. Yeah, even if I sold them as used, I mean, like, yeah, literally pretty much one phone paid for the whole box. Also, I do like how the game does stuff. Okay, so that's new. I think this was the all-new one. Yeah, this one's another one where I want the bucket. So that's trash. All of these are trash. Flashlights. And games are fine. That's all fine. $800. I mean, most of the value is in there, and then the rest of the value can come from the video games. So 5. So what? It would be like 74. Yeah, it just barely adds up. I'm not gonna sell all this other stuff because most of this other stuff is so cheap, it's not worth it. You know, to a certain degree, like, it has nothing to do with like the items and whatnot that's available. It's just that, you know, certain things are so low value to me, they are no longer worth it in this game. Like, I can let most of the new stuff that's in this go. And then most of the, I believe all of this stuff is damaged, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Like, and I could fix, oh, we got the good axe, but I just bought some advanced ones, so we'll have to leave that there for right now. Double layered of phones? Yeah, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's like $12,000 phones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then like another, we'll call it like $4,000-ish in camera lenses at a minimum. And that's not even counting the other phones. Yeah, I think we're good. I do think at this point, though, I should probably just not record it going any more forward. This kind of scratched an itch. I might end up doing the same thing with the Akihabara Gotcha Simulator. I just don't want to continue so far. Because at this point, I think if I were to play like 3 to 4 more days, I might max out everything I can do currently in the game, and I would rather come back whenever there's a decent update. Hopefully. I forget what's on the roadmap, but on what's coming, but yeah, I don't necessarily want to play so far ahead of stuff. Hopefully they add a couple of more things, or hopefully they just fix stuff where you could make it so that the AI will stack stuff in the back, and then maybe you could set it up where like maybe you just have a shelf where you tell them like, hey, new stuff goes on the top shelf of anything. On the next shelf, any renewed stuff they pick up in the back, or you know, you don't even necessarily need to do that. And then any used stuff they can throw on the bottom shelf, or maybe there's a way for them to throw it into the shredder thing. I mean, that would be fine too for a lot of items. Either way, goodbye for now, because there's really not much else I feel comfortable with doing with this game until hopefully there's a big update. Either way, like I said, goodbye. Okay, originally I wasn't gonna finish this game, or at the very least finish what's available in the main game. I only played like an extra hour, and then I just want something to do. I've been bored with some of the other stuff I'm playing, and then the only other game where I could probably still play like quite a few hours, I just can't do at the moment, or I just don't want to do at the moment. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff there. There's lots of stuff here for the game to grab. So I'm gonna let them grab any of that. What's this? Yeah, I probably shouldn't let it grab certain things, but I will just kind of let this go through and let them grab everything that's new. There's several phones in this, but I already... Oh, you know what? I think what it is because I reloaded, it's not going to have anything. I think this is mostly damaged and used stuff. $99. Both of these aren't that expensive, but... No. You know what, now? That's not worth enough. And that's where the issue is. Throw it down, please. These are all new, so that's fine. And then these were all new, so all of this is fine. Bunch of damaged lenses. So like this probably makes up most of the money for this. Most of these, even damaged, are probably worth whatever I can get for them. Either way, we'll slowly get through this. We'll just stock whatever we can stock, or we'll just go through this. Whatever we're allowing to be stocked, we'll allow it to be stocked. I don't know if there's anything that I should be grabbing. These are just batteries. Batteries. Watches. I don't even think the watches are really worth it. I don't think these are worth it. But I'm just gonna do it so that there's a little bit of variety available. I mean, that's whatever. I mean, we'll just let it be for right now. Let's grab this. I'll fix all those up. As much as like these are probably worth fixing, I don't want to deal with it. I am gonna fix up a bunch of these real quick, a bunch of these headphones real quick. It's really just because I have the parts for it. Yeah, I think I really just do need a second one of these, but it's not that important at the moment. So I think what I'll do when I quit this recording session is my goal is to have all of the upgrades for the shop and for the back area done. Most of that's gonna be on shelves tomorrow. Yeah. I freaking hate these. Because they're difficult to pick up. I think the rest is phones, and I think I have, like, plenty of those. Oh my god. Get up, please. I've been playing a lot of Burgling Gnomes, and I've gotten, like, decently far in the game, but, I don't know how, I'm gonna go about finishing it. I need to stop doing that. I need to remember. Oh, that's right. The only thing left available is mystery stuff, and I can only buy this one. Not doing it. At 20,000, there's no way to know if it's even worth it or not. That was just my bad. And we'll grab all of these and just start the day tomorrow, basically. I just figured I might as well finish emptying out all of these right now. I basically have stuff for days. I could be way more picky if I want. Yeah, I think the real question becomes, how picky do I want to be? So I made 14,000. The accountants paid some bills. I have 2 perk points. I think what I'm gonna do at the moment is just get all of these. Because I honestly feel that makes the most sense. And then I already have 4 employees going about doing stuff, so like I should be more than good. Yeah, just let the AI do whatever. Yeah, so the goal is level 9 and 7 by the time I'm done recording. Oh, tool. Oh, okay. This actually makes things a bit more interesting. So, getting those gives you guaranteed drops. The microphones, I want to say those ones are like, I know these ones are like 300 if I have to repair them, and I think these ones are also around the same. So like this could be worth. This is all new stuff, so I wouldn't have to do anything, but apparently it only has 18 items, and I just don't think it would work out money-wise. A bunch of drills is the only thing I know that is guaranteed, and I want to say those are less than 100 each, so I don't know if this is 100% worth it. And then whatever this is, there's 12 items. It's probably just batteries, if I'm being honest. Mix of stuff, it's all damaged, but I think those 2 laptops alone, and I think these 2 are phones, like that alone probably makes up for it. Yeah, a bunch of batteries. Honestly, like the extra hatchet and the knife, like that's an extra like 200 bucks, or I think, because I think that's how much I would pay to buy them. Oh. Microphones, vinyl records, speakers. That should be fine. Let the AI do whatever. Skating probably needs an extra one. Yeah, I mean, whatever happens. Yeah, so I think this one makes some sense to do. 8,000 bucks. More chainsaws. Each chainsaw is like 600 or 700 each. There's a game deck. This is probably more chainsaws, and like it'll work money-wise. I'm not sure about that one, but I can risk it. Well, actually, I can only buy those ones, and I need to... Actually, speakers were allowed, right? Yeah. But I don't think it allows headphones, right? Yeah. Speakers specifically. Okay. And we got a decently sized box. No, this is mine. Only take new. Okay, it doesn't take damage stuff. Got it. How many days do I have? 5 days. That's fine. I mean, that'll allow more chainsaws to be placed. That's trash. 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 Now there's that. What's your special request? Speaker Thunder. These ones I just need to put their batteries in. I mean, I could fully fix them and it's not even going to necessarily be that big of a deal, but technically need to get microphones. $85, don't care about. That's fine. Yeah, I think the rest of this is just trash. I mean, that's technically worth it, but... yeah. I think the rest of this is just trash. I wish there was just like one more inventory spot so you could have like the bucket and like an empty hand spot. I mean, I could make this one work, but it would just be for the batteries. The soldering irons just kind of take up too much space. Yeah, I think even if I were to expand tomorrow, it wouldn't change much. I need to... How many more speakers can they take? One more, I think. Maybe two. Nope, that's the last one. Yeah, as much as I would love to use these, they're just not worth the money. I mean, this is only barely worth the money. Same thing is technically true with the chainsaws. They are only barely worth the money. Coffee machines as well. The biggest issue with the chainsaws is just how much space they take up. Bunch of phone, like tons of phones. These are all new ones. It's microphones, speakers, vinyls. Yeah, I think just, flashlight. I'll keep the surveillance camera. Tennis balls. Both those laptops are going to be easy to fix. That's all worth fixing. Microwave's not worth it. That's full. Just speakers. Those go. I don't think I did those, so yeah, I might actually like a little bit to do. I mean, these are so cheap. I'm might as well wait to finish this. But yeah, this is probably why I do need a second one of these, which I could easily afford. Which is kind of like the only thing that sucks, is because I could easily afford more. I really only have to put one thing in, but most of these, like, I have so many parts for. Okay, so I could just use a little few microphones. They want a wireless one and an audio amplifier. That's a studio one. And then they also wanted wild one. So, wild one. They did want. And if I can do it, I will try to. No, I think I scrapped the amplifiers that I did get. I don't know if I gave them these. I did. Give them this. And then I just need 2 more random things, and I mean, I have another vinyl. 1 more of anything that fits their thing. I think I have. Okay, well, let me look. I need to keep it. I need to remember to stop hitting E on this. So for audio devices, we have some different speakers. Yeah, I just don't think this one's worth it. And then if I'm spending... we can just spend an extra 20,000. I mean, I got stuff to fix up. Yeah, you know what? What I might do... let me pick all this up real quick. Okay, so that's everything. Hold up. So I can get 5 5 completely new ones. I can put all my renew ones back. Do that for right now. I can fix up all of those. Throw in that. Can throw in the audio amplifier. Can throw in the vinyls. Mainly because I don't care. Yeah, so that's that one. This is all new stuff, so this is actually kind of convenient. Like, not helpful, but convenient. $1,100 drones, okay. Okay, we got the Thunder ones. Now I just need a wireless microphone. Some expensive headphones. Okay, and I can throw in the wireless microphones. Yeah, these are so cheap, I don't care. Okay, that gives me the extra. And then I think I have some studio microphone, or I have a couple of studio microphones, so I can throw these in at least for extra money. Yeah, let's fix this one up. So the day I got it for $5,000 extra. And I got keyboard. Anything shiny. It's marked up 25%. Actually, I don't even care that I removed these. Care about these ones either. Oh, we got a very expensive lens in this one too. We I wish there was just a one-button fix for this, because at a certain point, you're just spending so much time fixing stuff. This is just straight up trash. This needs to get fixed. So it's $2,000 right there. That alone almost paid for this whole box. That's before you consider all the extra stuff. Yeah, the nebulas for the most part are probably ones that I should just be scrapping. But it's kind of hard to pass up when they go up to $300 and they take so little space too. Like, these are just trash. So it's 1015. That's the code. $700 TV. I mean, I could just scrap it, but don't do that. So I'm gonna go throw these on the shelves. Same thing with the regular one, because I don't really care. There's so much stuff here right now, and then some of this just has to get fixed. This is all just trash. Okay, that's done, that's done. These can just go out. Another hatchet. That can go. That can go. So say it doesn't really matter to me. Most of the rest of these can stay. I'll let the game empty it out. I think one more. That's all good. And I think I decided those were too cheap. I mean, at least that's worth. No. $125. Fix these laptops real quick. Yeah, I might just have to go with the anything route and just let the game stack certain things, however. I mean, yeah, fixing these up to a respectable amount. Okay, yeah, as my pile of stuff grows bigger back here. Now let's end the day here. Well, let's see what happens. Go, my workers, go. Stock things. Show them why we are the greatest reseller of things. Now, I'm gonna just let that do whatever. We're just gonna let the AI kind of do whatever for a little bit. Let our customers come in. I look at the other pallets that we have available to us. This one doesn't look too valuable. It might be worth it just because of how cheap it is, though. This is all new stuff. And the only thing where I'll probably get profit is these little boxes. I'm skipping that one for right now unless I get an order. This one's probably worth it. $7,000. Like, I don't see much value here as is. Like, maybe there's two more. I don't necessarily know I want to risk on that. A bunch of microphones is probably worth. If anything, it's just to get some audio stuff on the shelves. New and used. Seems like an okay price. Headphones, probably not that worth it, but depending on what's in those other boxes, potentially. I have no clue about this, but it's relatively cheap, and it comes with a couple of free stuff. This is probably worth it, but it's probably chainsaws. And then some of the random ones are actually worth it. I don't have 6 spots open. So the speakers and whatnot are kind of okay. That's probably fine. Nope, those are cheap. Those are all fine, just probably gotta fix up a couple of them. There might be money from this, but not enough. Now, I'm pretty positive I picked up a box. Yeah, I did. Certain things just have to be done at the end of the day. Yeah, you know what? I think most of these just not worth it. Actually, I think all of these just aren't worth it. We'll wait this out for a second just because bones. Do I have a spot? Yeah, I have a spot for headphones. I think I'll include new. So I think that's the problem with these. Is that some of them are used and some are new. We had so many. Yeah, I think as we level up, we actually get access to like new stuff that's extremely helpful to us, but also what happened with my rating? Not much choice. Oh, we're getting screwed over by variety now, or not having enough variety now. I mean, that's kind of true, but... some of that variety issue isn't necessarily my fault. Microphone fixed. I don't know how many mystery ones are worth grabbing, but okay, so actually I'm gonna buy 4 mystery ones just because they're so cheap. Bunch of laptops and stuff seemed like a good idea. More laptops. Yeah, no, cheap tools. 1 console. But odds are that's another console. And there's probably a bunch of games and stuff, so... And then that's all damaged stuff. And I think I said no on this because it doesn't look like there's enough value. Oh, did I accidentally? No, that's a mystery. Okay, never mind. Another one of those. Audio amplifier. What? Oh, it's Minesweeper. And so I have to figure out... Okay. So it's gonna be 2... 2, 1, 2... No. This is for sure a 2. Just because those 2 are there. And then this has to be a 1. This is a 3. And that's 5. So it's 2, 1, 3, 5. Like, no, like, that has to be 5, because there's 3 there. This says 2, this says 2, that says 1, that says 1, that says 1. This has to be 3, though. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. This is 3. It's just because... Okay, so it's 3, 1, 3, 5. My bad. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That already paid for this whole container on its own. You know, I guess that's fine. Okay, a bunch of consoles to fix up. You know what? It takes so long to do chainsaws. I'm actually just gonna get rid of them. I might only stock them if they're new ones. Ooh, well, we got some cameras this time now. Chainsaw to go through. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of cameras in here. Yeah, this ended up paying for itself really easy. So at this point, this is all pure profit. So 500, 1,000. Oh, and there's even some phones. Yeah, each one of the repaired cameras is 800 bucks. 3 cameras paid for the whole thing. Like, I think every return box can make you money. It's just a matter of, is it enough money for it to make sense? Finish real quick. Ooh, wide angle lens? That's probably expensive. 250. I mean, that's fine. Whole bunch of vacuums too. Multiple game stations. I mean, a $200 lens still. $1,000 phone. I mean, yeah, just the couple of phones that I got. Plenty of money. Nine vacuum cleaners. Yeah, it'd be great if I could get an order where they want tools and or cell phones in it. Even speakers and headphones at this point, because I got a lot of the really expensive ones. Oh, is this literally the same thing? 3135? Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 800 bucks. I say might as well just do that. an advanced scanner. I really don't care about the tools. It's either an expensive tool or I don't care. I have one shelf, I believe, that's just my stuff that I throw up. Player. I can't afford to stock these because they take up too much space. Now, that isn't to say I wouldn't be willing to stock them, it's just they take up too much space for their cost. Like, at least with the chainsaws, I could argue that although they take up quite a bit of space for their cost, at least they cost a lot, and you don't really get that many other tools. This is all new stuff too, so... Builder tomorrow, 7,000. Say, like, I have like quite a bit of everything. It's just I don't have a lot of everything. So like you might go to a specific category and there's just not a lot to pick from. We'll just slowly go all the way up to photography and we'll be good. An extra shredder makes sense. But, yeah. Auctions may, in theory, make sense, but that valuable in my opinion. I think even if this was all new, I don't know if that's that valuable. Don't think that's that valuable. I could break even depending on what's in the plastic boxes. And then a lot of this other stuff, like I can make my money back just off of the microphones, but that doesn't necessarily make it worth it. 26,000 or whatever that is, but I don't even know what it is. I mean, this one makes some sense from the looks of it. This might make some sense. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna avoid tools and stuff right now. That's cheap and it's large, which means it could be tools or it could just be a lot of stuff that's damaged. I want to say that's a bunch of cell phones, which might make this totally worth it. This is all junk. Could make money from the cell phones. Yeah, it's 48,000. I mean, I could afford it, so... You know, sometimes the issue isn't even necessarily, oh god, that's... Like, sometimes the issue isn't even that I don't actually have variety, it's just that, whenever they searched, I didn't have variety. There's a whole bunch of stuff. certain things I just don't care about. I mean, this is all new stuff, so... Oh, I mean... I don't think I made my money back on that one, even if I sold everything. Like, unless everything's sold, like, stupid quick, I don't think I made money back on this. Threw in a bunch of blue bags just now. I'll at least probably go through like 2 more days. Microwaves are just too expensive. Or not expensive enough, I should say. there's just a whole bunch of phones I have to fix. Wait this out for a second, because I think there's still a couple of microwaves in the bucket. Yeah, there were. There are 48 phones to fix. Even at $300 each, that's still like 15,000. And I'm assuming it's the Nebula ones, and I know it's not. It's mainly more expensive than that, so... You know, and then some of them are the walkie-talkies, but it wouldn't be wrong to say that it was basically 50 items at $300 a pop. Yeah, it'd be great if there was like, hey, once finished, auto drop. Or do what some other games do and let you do like 3 or 4 of them all together. Yeah, to a certain degree. Like, it probably just is going to make more sense to just wait till there are more updates, because at this point, there's really not much going on. It would be nicer if you could queue stuff up and add a repair time, or if it was like a worker that would do it instead. All of this stuff is new. These are all trash. And it's not even a matter of if they have the value. It's just, it's not enough value. Like, the batteries is the smallest thing, and even that doesn't necessarily have the value I would want. Like, the chainsaws do kind of have the value I would want, and it's just that they're just too big. Oh, but I currently have space for all of the chainsaws, so I guess all the chainsaws get to get fixed and put up. Okay, was there anything else really worth buying? I don't think so, but I do think some of the mystery ones might be worth grabbing. But I think I'm gonna call it here. So goodbye for now until next time, because although there's probably a bit more that I could technically do, I do think my ambition of getting all the upgrades is probably doable. In fact, actually, I'll go one more day. That's fine. But I think this is going to be the last day that I do. But I think the only thing I will do is I will buy an extra self-checkout. Just put that there for right now. You know, remember that if they're kicking everything over here, the AI will think that it's dirty when it's not. So I'm basically just gonna let this do this, and then hopefully we'll get to see the piles over here drop a bit. which honestly doesn't necessarily matter that much to me. I know I could probably play for like another like 2-ish hours with me doing very minimal things on my end. And be fine. Like, expanding wouldn't necessarily be a big deal. Yeah, if we just look at what's available, I mean, that these laptops alone probably make this a bit worth it. I mean, there's at least, and I want to say these are the expensive headphones. I would probably think there's at least $5,000 here, which could be worth it just on fixing up stuff. This is probably worth it. Even if those are the expensive ones, this doesn't seem that worth it. And then plus it's for a bunch of big items, even though there's a bunch of Nebula phones, I just don't feel this one's worth. I think anything with tools is just a bad buy. Like, even for $1,000 bucks, this looks like it's a terrible buy. Like, somehow this seems better, but I know that's not that good. This is an okay price, because that's 600 and both of these would be 2. So, I mean, you'd call it 8, or no, you'd call it 1,000 already without these. And you probably get more microphones. Yeah, I'm against that. This could be good. Like, it's hard to tell, but this could have phone boxes, so that could be good. Some laptops that are used and damaged, like that should be good for fixing stuff up. That last one didn't look too good. This doesn't look too good either. I think tools is technically good, but it's just difficult because everything that you're banking on is big. Yeah, all used stuff, don't care about. Yeah, so there's several pallets worth of stuff. I mean, they're slow in moving everything. I think what I do is I expand this. No, that doesn't work. I mean, that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me too much. I have to expand it again. Or just move all of this stuff out of the way so I can throw it over here. Okay. I can buy at least 2 more pallet spots. Actually, I could buy 3. Yeah, let's buy another pallet spot. So I can buy 9 straight up. Oh, it... Okay, so I thought this might be okay. That might be okay. I think this one's no good, even though there's a bunch of phones. It's the $300 Nebula phones. So, like, I'd have to hope on something better, but like 2, 4... 6, 8, 10, 12, like even if that's 20, that's 6,000, so I'm still like trying to make up at minimum 3,000. I mean, it's probably there, but don't want to risk it. Same with that. That doesn't look like it has the value. That doesn't look like it has the value. This might have the value, but I have enough audio stuff for right now. And then I was gonna buy that. I think just the 3 laptops alone makes money, so that's fine. And I think I felt the same way about this one, kinda. Actually, I'm not sure if this one makes money or not, but I'm gonna buy it anyways. This doesn't make money. Like, obviously, you never know. This has at least 6 of the $480 phones from the looks of it. Like, it might make money. Tools. I'm just totally against tools, even if they do kind of make sense. I have I have a thing of sports goods that makes sense, but I don't have a spot for it. Yeah, that's 1100. So just from the drones and from the camera lenses, this is already like pure profit. That's 1200. Yeah, off the laptops alone, that makes money. I'm not too concerned about the tall boxes at the moment. 6,000. So let's just call that, so that's 3. So I'm not sure what I would call it, but like that one might be a loser. Yeah, this one should at the very minimum make its money back. Yeah, that's trash. That's all trash. this was just a mystery one that just ended up being terrible. Okay. And just um so it's 6, 5, 0, 3, 6503. Got it. Getting rid of it just makes sense. That's 3,000 bucks right there. That already made this whole thing profitable. When the rest of these, like with the rest of what's in here barely being usable, and I'm only doing the controller because it's small. Yeah, whatever I'm fixing, I'll grab. box. That's all trash too. Their camera lens. Yeah, like we're literally just at the point where like there's really no way for me to mess up unless like I buy mystery boxes and let myself fail miserably. And I'd have to fail pretty hard. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all those. Yeah, I think going forward, like all Nebula phones and possibly even this phone, since it's sub 400 fixed, should probably just scrap them to get network cards. I just think it's like the best way forward for me. It's like even fixing up these laptops. Actually, look, there was still one more palette I wanted to buy, right? It was one of the sports one. I think, yeah, it was this one. 'Cause that's probably the only other one that's worth buying. And a lot of what's in here is new, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I mean, it's $500 fixed up, so I mean, it's worth. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call this here just because, like I said, like we are just literally at the point where like the only thing I really can do is constantly expand. So I'm just kind of done. Hopefully we can get updates sooner rather than later, and I'll keep playing. I'm gonna combine this session with the previous session that I recorded. Just so time frame wise, every like play or every recording is about the same amount of time. So yeah, we're just doing that. Goodbye for now. Until next time.